Good morning, everybody. This is Tips with Steve Pebb. Tips with Steve Pebb on making some of the best charro beans you've ever tasted. I will tell you, there's many different recipes, many different ways to make a charro beans, and I've made them all. Me and my wife, we're experts at making charro beans, and we'll tweak certain items on the recipe. Now, one way you do it, everybody does it, is hot dogs and sausage is the ingredients. But I'm doing it a different way today. They make two brands of this here. They make a beef and they make a pork. And since I'm gonna substitute the hot dogs and the sausage with hamburger meat, and I'm going to use the beef flavor. Now, usually I use the sausage and I use hot dogs and I dice up a little bit of pork chops and use the pork flavor. But today we're going to do it different because it all tastes good. It's just the way you do it. I'm gonna show you one thing real quick. My little invention is my paper towel holder. It's a 2x6 with pipe, and this holds my paper towel. And pretty good little contraption there. And but then let me hydrate real quick. Okay. Now first thing I'm gonna do, I believe in sanitary. We're gonna use Clorox wipes. I use Clorox wipes on my hands. Now I throw it in the fire. And then I got hot washcloth, but it's not hot right now. And that gets the Clorox smell and the flavor off my hands because I don't want to eat something that tastes like Clorox. But I believe in having clean hands. I really do. So we're gonna start out first. We're going to use, this is bacon and salt pork. And you take your bacon and your salt pork and you dice it up in little bitty pieces. That's what you want, little stuff like this. Now, we're gonna put it in the skillet. Now, that's why I believe in having clean hands, because you're going to touch some of the food you or somebody else is going to be eating. And now, another thing is very important. Now, I forgot what I was going to tell you. That was very important. Yeah, that was the salt pork. Now, the bacon, the same way. Cut it up in little bitty pieces. Okay? Now, most people do this in the kitchen. They do it in the kitchen on the stove. But I like cooking outside. I cook a lot of steaks. And I'll be posting some videos on my steak cooking because I get them big porterhouse steaks, them big ribeyes, them big T-bones, big ones. And from them dinosaur cows. And but we'll do that another time. But right now, I'm just showing you the way I do it outside. And we're gonna let this sizzle down and cook down. Them young dog. What up, Rambo? And what we're gonna do, I usually got a bigger skillet. I didn't know I got too much meat in this little bitty skillet. It's gonna take a while to cook this down. Go ahead, pause that.
Okay.
Okay, I got to continue. I got a different idea. I got a different idea what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try to do this in half the time. I'm gonna tell you a little story about this guy. He's a salesman. He sells pig feed. And what he did, what I'm gonna do, I got this big 16-inch skillet. I'm gonna cook my pork in this 16-inch skillet, and then I can start my other stuff in this little skillet, and I get done in half the time. So here's the story. This is a true story. There's this guy, he's a salesman, he sells pig feed in this big city. Yeah. And what he did, he went around all these country roads and he went to all these pig farmers. And he'd go up to this pig farmer and he says, "Sir," he says, "I'm Mr. Jones and I'm with H&C pig feed. And we're selling this high-powered pig feed. And this pig feed will make your pigs grow twice as fast in half the time." And that Mr. Farmer, he said, "I'll tell you what, that sounds like a pretty good deal. It'll save me some money. I wouldn't have to buy as much pig feed. My pigs go twice as fast, and I can take them to market and make my money quicker." And Mr. Jones said, "Yes, sir. That's what we're all about, trying to serve the pig farmer." He said, "I'll take 2 tons. When can you deliver it?" He said, "I'll have it delivered tomorrow morning." So Mr. Jones, he thanked the guy. The guy paid him, and he went, and he drove down the road. He went to the next pig farmer. He went to the next pig farmer, and he says, "Hello, my name is Mr. Jones. I'm with H&C Pig Company, pig feed. We sell this high-powered pig feed, and I promise you it'll make your pigs grow twice as fast in half the time." And that farmer, he thought about that for a minute. He said, "I don't know, I ain't never heard that." He said, "I guarantee you all you gotta do is don't like it, don't work that way, just don't buy no more." He says, "But you ain't gonna lose nothing because it's gonna make you so happy." Guy said, "Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll try. Give me 2 tons of that." So he pays him, he writes him the order, and he takes off down the road. And he went 3 or 4 more farmers, and he kept telling them. He says, "I tell you what, I'm Mr. Jones with H&C Pig Feed Company in big Oklahoma City, and I'm selling this pig feed. Guaranteed this pig feed will make your pigs grow twice as fast in half the time." The guy says, "I'll tell you what, I've been raising pigs for all my life." He says, "I ain't never seen no pig feed that make them grow twice as fast in half the time." He said, "But for that price that you're selling this pig feed, and the money I could make if you're telling the truth," he said, "I'll take about 2 tons of that." He said, "Okay." So he writes him an order, he pays him, he goes on, gets down Dead End Road, says, "Dead End Road." It said, "Pigs for sale" sign. The guy said, Mr. Jones said, "Well, I bet you I can sell this guy. This is the last pig farmer on this side of the road." I said, I'd just go ahead and see if I can make one last sale. I'll go home for the weekend." So he goes over, he knocks on the farmer's door, and the farmer comes out there, and he says, "I see you're a pig farmer." He said, "Yes, sir, I'm a pig farmer. I've been raising pigs all my life." And he says, "What can I do for you?" He said, "Well, I'm Mr. Jones. I work for H&C Pig Feed Company out of Oklahoma City." He says, "I sell this pig feed that makes your pigs grow twice as fast in half the time." That pig farmer said, "Man, I ain't never heard nothing like that for my life." He said, "I've been raising pigs all my life, and he said, "Well, I'll tell you what." He said, "I'll make you a deal. You buy a ton. If them pigs of yours don't grow twice as fast half the time," he said, "you don't have to buy no more pig feed." He said, "You interested? How much you want?" He said, he thought for a minute. He said, "I don't think I want none of that feed." He said, "What?" Mr. Jones says, "What? You don't want none of this feed?" He said, "I sold this feed to every farmer down the road. Every one of them bought 1-2 ton feed. And they want their pig to grow twice as fast in half time." He said, "Why want to try this. And that pig farmer says, what's time to a pig? Okay, I hope y'all got that. It might went over some people's heads, but that was just one of my jokes. Okay. All right, it's a true story too. Stuff like that does happen here in Oklahoma and Arkansas and Mississippi, Missouri. Okay, my fire is still not very hot. I'm gonna have to move this over here where it's getting a little bit hotter. I was too busy telling jokes. I need to quit telling jokes. Okay, now this is what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put that there. Now what I'm gonna do, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna saute my onion. You get a whole onion, a whole white onion, and you dice it up. And you dice it up. And now I'm gonna put some garlic, but you want to use that last. You want to be slow on the garlic, because what happens, you don't want to burn the garlic, because then it gives this a nasty taste. It tastes like that pig feed that Mr. Jones sells from Oklahoma City. So you don't want to, you want to wait to do that toward the end. Now, what I'm going to do here real quick, now I'm going to take my jalapeno peppers. I'm going to put them right here on this plate right here. Now I'm going to put 4 jalapeno peppers in there. Now I'm going to poke a hole in these peppers. A lot of people dice them up. I don't dice them up. I just poke holes because the flavor will come out. If you poke enough holes in them, this is how I do it now. Everybody, that's what I forgot to tell y'all. I started to tell y'all that everybody does these different. You can look on the YouTube and Google, and there's so many different ways people do this. There's no right way, no wrong way. This is my way, and I guarantee you, my way is a good way. Not saying other people's way is not good. They're good, I imagine. But what we're going to do, we're going to take this. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Now, I didn't show y'all how to put your beans in the water and soak your beans and cook your beans where they're soft. But you got to make your beans soft. But everybody that cooks knows how to make soft beans, because you know, you can take beans and you can put pork chops, you can put any kind of pork in your beans and make you a pot of beans. That's good. I'm just gonna drop them in my beans like that. Okay? Now that's how I'm gonna do that. Now, that'll come out here in a minute. Now I'm gonna take right here. Okay, chili powder. I use a little bit of chili powder. Okay? Now I'm gonna put a little bit of chili just to give a little bit of flavor. Okay, I'll even put some on the bacon and the salt pork. Don't want to have a whole bunch. You can always add that later. Now, oregano. Oregano gives a good flavor. Now, a lot of people don't put no oregano on here, but I do. And oregano, don't let the wind blow it. You can keep putting that in there. The wind will blow it, it's gone. It don't really help your grass any either. Okay, ground cumin. Now this here is good stuff right here. This here is good stuff. Okay, this gives it a nice little good flavor. Okay, now done with that. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. I use sea salt because it makes you feel like you're at the sea. And everybody wants to be on a vacation at the sea. I've never been able to go to the sea and take a vacation. I've always had to work hard at the sea by deep sea fishing. But yeah, that's good. Now here we go. Now I'm going to take, okay, bell peppers. Normally I cut them up smaller than that, but these are still good this way. Now I'm going to put, I got to put some bacon grease in there. I got to wait to get the bacon. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, but I'll tell you what I am going to do now, real quick. waiting for that. Now that bacon's starting to turn out good now. So now got jalapeno peppers in there. Now I'm gonna put some of these jalapeno peppers in there. And you put in as many you want, because a lot of people don't like jalapeno peppers. But I put in like 4 spoonfuls of jalapeno, jalapeno peppers. 4, 5 jalapeno pepper spoonfuls. Okay. All right. Oh, one more thing. You gotta hydrate. You gotta hydrate these charro beans. Okay. Hydrate them. And then you gotta hydrate yourself too. Okay, now the bacon and the salt pork is looking good now. Yes, yes. Uh-oh. Hey, Michelle, you can give me a little bit more wood. I'm gonna get it a little bit hotter. Normally on a regular day, the wind not blowing, the heat will go ahead and get hotter and you can cook it a lot quicker, but the wind blowing all the heat away and heating up the yard over there, not over here. So let me just hold on just a minute now. Okay, now I'm gonna get this stuff ready for when you can take this here, stuff I showed you already. Now you're gonna take this and don't cut yourself now. You don't want to cut yourself. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do, just open that, hold that right there like that. Now I'm gonna take my hamburger meat. Now, what I was saying, I'm gonna use hamburger meat because I like beef flavors. You can have pork flavors, beef flavors, like long noodle soup, them ramen noodle soups. You got turkey flavor, beef flavor, turkey flavor, chicken flavor, pork flavor, and you can make your charro beans the same way. You can make it any flavor you want to make it. Alright, let me get some of this, put a little bit more of this on here on this back side. Thank you, Michelle. I'm going to build this fire up on this side a little bit more on this side to get more heat because it's blowing underneath over there. Got me a little big old dog here. That's Monster. Her name Monster. And there's Cookie over there. Cookie there. Cookie, come here. Come here, Cookie. That's Cookie there. And that's Monster over there. And if you want them to come to you, you say, hey, Cookie, Monster, and they both come. Or if you just want one, you just say, hey, Cookie, come here. Cookie, come. You want Monster to come? You Monster to come? You want both of them to come? Both of them will come. Now, this is called charro beans, but it's named after my friend, my good friend, Jacko. I call them Jacko beans, but to y'all, I call them charro beans, because that's basically what they really was originated to be, but they're Jacko beans, and this is Jacko right here. Jacko, he oversees to make sure I do everything right. Is it Jacko? Is that right, Jacko? He said, yeah. Yeah. Am I doing a good job, Jacko? He says, no. What am I doing wrong, Jacko? He's looking up in the air. Hey, I guess I'm doing everything wrong, but he keep an eye on me. Jacko, my good buddy. This is Jacko beans. Charro Jacko beans. Okay. Now we're getting that there. We're getting it. It's going good now. Fixing that to hydrate here in a minute. Woo! Yes, it's high. This fire's getting up now. All right. I ain't getting no grease. Thank gummy. Woo! Yep. Now I got two of these things. These are really handy when you cook outside fire. If you're in the house, don't worry about it. But you can manipulate this pan to feed real good meat. Yeah, I ain't gonna. I need to get some. I need to get some more grease to put in this thing. This stuff's burning. It's not burning. I mean, it's still brown, but it's not. It's not cooking like I want it to. It's too slow. I started out with a low fire. I should have had a better fire. I want to apologize to you folks. But it's getting, I got the fire going now. Now it's getting to where it's supposed to be. Yeah. You got my little, while I'm waiting for that to, yeah, but I'm going to show you my little contraption here. This is my poker stick. It's not like poker, card poker game, no. It's like poker here. Poker here, poker there, everywhere. Okay, this is my hair. This is my grabber. See, I can grab my wood like that. See, I can go in or out and move the wood around. That's just taking up time. I just try to kill time right now showing you all that. Okay, then I can spin this around. The smoke getting in my eyes. I'm not a smoker. I guess y'all can tell I'm not smoking. Or I'd be hanging around this fire a little bit more, but okay. All right. We're almost there now, folks. I was gonna have some extra bacon grease. I'm not gonna have a whole bunch. But it's getting there, Come on, fire. Get up there. Okay, what I'm going to do next, okay, tell you what I did. I went and got some lard. I'm going to use this. Now I'm going to start this. I'm going to saute my bell peppers and my onions. Okay, now done with that. Now I don't want to add my garlic yet, because I got to get this. Okay, my bacon and salt pork is almost done. Almost. See, now I got the fire where it should be. This fire should be now where it should have been a while ago when it started. But this wind has affected the flame and the heat a little bit. But we're almost done. Now we're going to do this. Now what I'm going to do, you don't have to do this. Whoops, I went an onion. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Just a little bit. Now I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. Now I'm going to tell you something. If you cook a steak, use one of them pepper grinders, them grinders for pepper. They're a lot better. A lot better. Not hydrated again. Okay. I'm gonna sit there this minute. Okay. My bacon and salt pork is done finally. Okay, now I gotta get that out there. Okay, now we're gonna get this out. I'm gonna put it all in this pan right here. I drain this grease. Now you really don't need. I just tell y'all, I love meat. I'm a meat eater, and a lot of people are meat eaters, a lot of people ain't. I've heard of people. Believe it or not, I heard there's people out there that are vegetarians. Oh, it's getting hot now. I never could imagine myself being a vegetarian. Don't eat no meat. I feel better because I have meat in my stomach. I love meat. Okay, now I get all this bacon. There's all the bacon. Now I gotta get this grease out of here. Okay, so there we go. Okay, here's the bacon. I'm gonna set this bacon right here for the time being. Now I'm gonna pour off some of this bacon grease. It's gonna be hard to do. It's gonna be hard, but somebody's got to do it. Okay. Let's do this. Let's move this around like this with this. I got 2 of these, and they're good to have. Okay. Hey, did you see that? I thought it was going to burn me, but it didn't burn me. I thought it was going to burn me. Okay, there we go. All right, now I got excess bacon grease. I guess it's good to have these here gloves. These are fireman gloves. See the flame, the little red flame? Yeah. They charbroil. Now I don't receive nothing for advertising charbroil, but that's charbroil gloves. Okay, now we're gonna work on this real quick. Okay, it's getting soft. Now I'm gonna move this over here in the middle of that heat. Oh God, it's getting hot. Yeah, that's what I like. That's the way it's supposed to be. What I need to do, really, I need to lower this. I need to lower it. That's what I might find somebody got a cutting torch. I can find somebody a cutting torch, so cut them down just a little bit. Boy, it's smelling good. I wish y'all could smell this. Boy, everything's smelling good. Now, I can pour a little bit of grease back in this from my whatever you call chorizo and this hamburger meat, I think. I'll do that. And pour just a little bit of this back in here. You get this for this a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Because I might have to come back and add a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to put this in here first. I'll tell you what, let me take my gloves. I don't want to get none of this meat on my gloves because these pretty expensive gloves. And they're pretty too. We don't want to mess up those gloves. Okay, now this is the way I do it. I put the whole thing in there. Now I don't burn no plastic or nothing in my fire pit, because I use the ashes in my garden. Believe it or not, I use them in my garden. And you don't want plastic and little pieces of metal and all that other stuff on there. Because that's not really probably good for you growing your plants in. Now I'm going to sit down just a minute. Now what you do like this. If you can see this, how I'm doing this, you break this up. because you're going to want to mix this up, cook it real good. And then you put your hamburger meat in there. Now again, like I said, normally most other people that does this, get out of here, okay? They go sausage and hot dogs. And that's good, but you get tired of sausage and hot dogs, especially hot dogs. Hot dogs, there is no flavor in the hot dogs except what you got going in there. But you got the hamburger meat with this here Mexican charro meat, and then you put your spices, which I'm gonna put some more spice here in just a second to get this here, so you don't want to burn this meat. You know, you just want to cook it good, brown it real good. You keep stirring. You want to saute. You just want to saute your onions and bell peppers. You just want to saute. Boy, they're smelling good. I tell you what, they're smelling good. Smelling good. Okay, now, what is that? Look, oh, yes. Now I'm going to add a little bit more of this to my meat. This is a chili powder. Now you don't want to add a whole bunch, just like that. And again, no oregano. This here cumin. Put the cumin in here on my meat. Now I like the cumin on the meat too. Okay, a little bit on the. Woo! That flame, that heat's coming up now. Okay. All right, now back with the gloves. Got to hydrate. Got to hydrate. Hot air. Okay. Okay. Always wear your pants. If you cook outside, but not very many people do this, you know, outside fire. Okay, it's getting my bell pepper. I cut these bell peppers a little too big. It should be a little small. They'd saute a little quicker if they're smaller. Woo, woo. Too big. The onion's done. The onion's turning brown. My bell pepper's still hard and green. Okay. Now, while we're waiting, a lot of people don't like cooking on these cast iron skillets because a lot of times they're hard to clean because you got your meat and stuff stuck to the bottom of this cast iron skillet. I'm just gonna have to get them pull this off. It's burning the onion, but not the bell pepper. But what you do, you want to clean the cast iron skillet or pot. You don't have to use soap. Don't use soap. Soap's not really good. What you do is you take and you pour water in it. You heat it up. You put it on the fire. You heat it up, and then when the water starts boiling, then you take your little brush and you just try to get the meat, the food waste is going to come off real easy. And then when you're done doing that, then you take and you pour it out, because all this hard stuff, brown stuff is going to be off there. They're real easy to come off with. Then you pour the water off. You pour off the water. Then, one more time, got smoke by. What you do is you take your scrub brush, you scrub that stuff off, and you pour the water off. Then you take a paper towel and you wipe it out. And then one more time, you pour water in it. One more time with paper towel, and then you boil it again after you pour the water out. Now, because this cast iron got pores, you got little pores in this cast iron, and you don't want to put it up, because if you put it up wet, it's going to rust. You're going to have a rusted pot if you don't put it up clean and dry. It's got to be dry. And that's one way of doing it is okay, this here just about done. Almost just about done here. Okay. And then you just put it up dry. Run a paper towel around it. Put it up dry, it's clean. Ready for the next use. Okay. We're just about ready now. Okay. Now, tell you what I'm gonna do. Okay, now, this is what I do. Diced tomatoes. Here's the deal. You need to use a whole tomato. And dice up the tomato, a real tomato. I don't use store-bought tomatoes. I have a big garden. When I do this, I use my own tomato. Because your own homegrown vegetables is so much better than store-bought. I don't care what anybody says. I've experimented with it all. It don't have the flavor as homegrown vegetables. So, but since I don't have a homegrown tomato, I use diced can. Then you use a can of tomato paste. Okay? And then tomato sauce. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, now comes the, now you use as much garlic y'all want to use. And like I said, okay, that should be enough garlic. I like garlic. We all like garlic. Can't never use too much garlic because garlic is good. Now, you don't want to put this back on fire because you don't want this garlic to burn. Okay. Okay, now this is done. Okay, my meat's done now. Now, this is all meat. You want to look at this meat? Come here and look, see what it looks like. This is a hamburger and that Charro stuff. I don't know how to say that name. Okay, now what I'm gonna do? Now okay, this is the fun part here. Okay, now I'm gonna put my salt pork and my bacon in with my meat. Okay, mix that up real good. Now, what I was saying a while ago, before I interrupted myself, you don't need this much meat. When you make this, you use 1 pound, 2 pounds of beans, and you use like 5 slices of bacon. I use a whole pack of bacon, and on this, half of it. I use a whole pack. And I double and triple everything, but that's how I do it because I like the flavor. I like the flavor that you're going to get. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to pour all this in here. Let me turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm putting all, whoa. The onion, bell pepper, garlic. Okay, I'll keep this on there so it'll still be hot. Okay, now. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, so I can work with this a little bit better so it's not right on top of the heat. I'm gonna pull this over here. I forgot my water. I was supposed to have water. I got water. I got my water. I'm not thinking. Yes, I got my water right here. Down here. Okay. Now my tomatoes. Got it. Okay. Now my tomato paste. Now I don't like tomato paste because it's like paste. It won't come out. You gotta take it like that. But this gives it some good flavor. It really does. Yeah. Okay, now what I'm gonna do here, we're almost done, folks. We're almost done. I'm gonna get my other gloves. Okay. Now I'm gonna mix all this up. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down real quick. Right now. Now you want to mix this tomato paste because it's tomato paste. It's real pasty, so you want to get it mixed in there and dissolved, kind of looking like all that. Now on the regular, in the summertime when I do this, summer, fall, I use 2 tomatoes instead of 1. Most people just put one tomato in. Now I put 2 tomatoes. Like I said, I double everything. But I tell you what, I wish y'all was here to be able to try this, because it's almost done, buddy. I'm fixing to put all this in there. It's done except for bell peppers. They still little, but they'll be good by the time this gets done. Them bell peppers will be outstanding. They'll be flavorful. Okay. Now, I guess I use this. There. Okay. All right. Now. This is good. And this there for the time being. Now I'm gonna move this up here. Okay, folks. Here comes the good part. Stir it around, stir it around. Like I said, use any kind of meat. Try it one way one time. Try it another way another time. See what you like. Everybody likes it. But you're going to like it any way you do it. It's a lot better though in the summertime when you use those homegrown vegetables. But if you don't have them, store-bought will work. Store-bought vegetables will work. Almost done, folks. Okay. Folks, this is what it looks like. There's beans in there. You gotta mix these beans up around. There's beans down at the bottom. Mix everything up so when you do get a scoop of this, you get your beans. Oh man, it smells so good. Oh my goodness. You mix it up. Okay, now this is what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna put this right here on the fire right here. I'm gonna put the lid on there. And then we're gonna ask Jacko. What do you think, Jacko? Are we done? He says we're done, folks. So I would wait, let y'all see me. I think I will. I'm gonna pause this video and let it simmer a little bit more now. And then I'm gonna get the bowl and I'm gonna take a sample. I'll tell y'all how it tastes. So give me just a little while. I'll be back in just a little while. But if you don't want to stay and watch the rest of it, thank y'all for watching it. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you did, if it's too long, then I'm sorry. This is the way I do it out here. There's quicker ways of doing it. I've seen videos on YouTube that take 5 minutes. And then I've seen 9-minute videos. So I don't know how long this is, but and it's fun for me. Being out here in the outdoors. It wasn't just perfect. The wind blowing smoke in my eye. Normally it's not this bad. But man, I enjoy this. This is family time for me and my wife, and we're gonna have a friend come over about 3 o'clock, and we're gonna have our boy get out. When he gets out of school, we'll sit down and we'll have a good meal. So if y'all want to stick around for just a few minutes, when I get done simmering this, we're gonna get a bowl. We're gonna clean this up, get a bowl, and we're gonna give it a try. So I'll be right back in just a hair.
Okay.
Okay, folks, got everything cleaned up, and pot clean, and pan clean, and now I'm fixing to give it a try. We're gonna give it a try, see how it tastes. So y'all bear with me. But you already know what it's gonna taste like. Oh, it's boiling. Okay, here we go. Then mix it around. Mix it around. Juice. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, real quick. Pour a little bit of water because the beans soaked up a lot of this water juice in the meat. It's still bubbling in there, so. Okay, there we go. It's still hot. I'm gonna put the lid on there. And I'm gonna take this, set it down. Get it off the fire. I'm gonna set it right over here. Okay. Now, got my spoon. I don't normally do this. I let it cool off a little bit, but I'm gonna add a little bit of cold water. That's not recommended, adding water to it. I just want to hurry up and let y'all smell this. Oh man, I'll tell you what, this tastes so good. I wish y'all could try it. thank y'all for watching. If you stood long enough to watch it, it's almost 40 minutes or so. Thank you very much. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs up. And God bless you, people. Thank you, and have a good day. Cook you some Jacko Charro beans. And have a good day. Goodbye.